doing? But how are you doing? Yeah. Hanging in there. All right. Well, we're together tonight, and that's something. All right. This is a new song. I've been living high, I've been living low. The lowdown on this guy is he's low down on the pole. Measure it in inches, you can't measure it in feet. Go from rags to riches, still be out on the street. All this world is more than enough, more than enough for a guy like me. All this world is more than enough. More than enough for a guy like me. This life is full of misses, life is full of makes, cartons full of wishes, gardens full of snakes. Waiting's half the battle when you're bending like a branch. If they offer you the apple, eat up all you can. All this world is more than enough, it's more than enough for a guy like me. All this world is more than enough, it's more than enough for a guy like me. I've been moving slow, I've been moving fast. The fast track gets you nowhere, nice guys finish last. Life's a roller coaster, it's a bucket full of rain. Bet it like it's poker, ride it like a train. All this world is more than enough, it's more than enough for a guy like me. All this world is more than enough. It's more than enough for a guy like me. Thank you. That's Quinn over there, Quinn Eastburn on the everything. And this is Maxfield Anderson, also on the everything. And Chris Eastburn and I are mostly sticking to one instrument each. Chris Eastburn, everybody. This band was founded about 2 hours ago when we rehearsed for the first time. Max and I play together a fair amount, and I have not played with Chris and Quinn since I think we figured out before the pandemic, which kind of put things. Do you remember that whole pandemic thing? Apparently, the last text he had when he was checking, I had written about a date, and it was like March of 2020, and that gig didn't happen. So Quinn is a lot taller now than he used to be, and plays about 8 more instruments.
I'm a lot balder.
We're both a lot balder. Well, I'm thrilled to be here tonight. It's really nice to get to play music right now. Feels important in a new way. Thanks so much to John and Pam and Howie for having us, and the whole crew here. I know it takes a lot to put these things on. I figure I'll introduce a little bit about myself. This is an autobiographical song My wife didn't come because of this song. My wife is like a little snoring pancake. I have to flip her several times a night. Her heart's as warm as old Doc Miller's handshake. And if I should die tonight, it'd be all right. If this is what an illness is, I'm happy to be sick. There's a rubber wall around me, and I'm bouncing off of it. And when I go, I'll look back with a twinkle in my eye and say, this is what it is to be alive. My cat Pepper chases her own tail and looks at me like, what else can one do? I'm always searching for your trail as well. I'd chase you down to Perth, the Kathmandu. If this is what the world is like, I'm glad to just be here, chasing after you as each year chases after year. And if the darkness swallows us before the next we rise, this is what it is to be alive. How much heartache can one little heart take? How far can you bend a willow tree before the next tail makes our little cart break? I'm just glad you're here to ride with me. My little girl runs around the living room, picking up whatever she might see. I'm right behind her, running round there too. It's all a circle game for her and me. If this is what an ocean is, I'm glad to be at sea, bouncing off the waves like you come bouncing off of me. And if we sink, I'll think before I take my final dive. This is what it is to be alive. Yeah, this is what it is to be alive. Thank you. So a big part of my work these days is doing musical conversations, concerts that focus on interracial conversations around race and identity. It's really popular in our country right now, and we're cashing in on the newest trend. This is something, well, it has long, deep roots, actually, but things kind of came to a focus when in 2020, when my friend Reggie Harris and I started a program called Race and Song, a musical conversation. We started doing that in schools. And then we started doing it for adults in bigger spaces. And out of that, I co-created an organization called the Opening Doors Project. And there's some brochures down there. Tomorrow at Club Passim, we're doing an afternoon show with our whole roster, or most of it, which now includes myself and Reggie Harris and Kemp Harris, who's in Cambridge, Pamela Means from Western Mass, Stephanie McKay, and Zakia. And the six of us are going to make music tomorrow. We're going to talk about how the folk scene is doing during this Black History Month and think about the ways we've improved at bringing people in and the ways we are still working on it. So I think at last count there were like 3 seats, but if you'd like to come tomorrow afternoon, you can grab them at the end of the show. So out of that work came this song. It's called Mostly Lost. Mrs. Fannie Lou Hamer, so few can name her. Her name isn't famous in our history. Mississippi flame leader, voting rights claimer. What she gave to this country is plain as can be. Claudette Colvin's bus story stolen. Precursor worthless. She's pregnant and poor. Teenager single. An unwanted symbol. Sat in that same seat 9 months before. History faded, boiled and brewed, reduced to the few, while we others we lose. It's women, of course, who mostly get lost. They never got asked at the time what they thought. Rosa gets mentioned, but where's the attention to her love for Malcolm, her fist in the air, the radical rebel at Highlander Folk School is lost to the seamstress with the part in her hair. History faded to simplified truths, hemmed in and hued. It's the sharpness we lose. Revolution, of course, is mostly what's lost. The brighter colors fade in the wash. Ella Baker, miracle maker. Stokely and Baird, Moses and Bond, Chisholm, Jordan, Boynton, Braun, and on and on and on and on. The links in the chain get lost in the mist. The facts and the names lose out to the myths as the cynics rip meaning apart at the seams and leave us with nothing. But I have a dream. History sanitized, sterilized, trimmed. You're nowhere if you don't know where you've been. This country is twisted, stuck at the cross, and it's us, of course, who mostly get lost. Thanks. Let's do something we can get everyone singing on. Why don't we do Green Rocky Road? Do you know which? Okay, these guys have too many instruments, so they got to figure these things out. Green Rocky Road was a song that, like so many others, was adapted by Dave Van Ronk, one of my song crafting heroes. He didn't write songs; he interpreted them. He'd find old songs and write them. And many years ago, when I first came to Boston, I went out and I saw Dave, and he did a show. Do you remember? Anyone remember the old Vienna Coffee House out west? Yeah, and unlike this fancy place that has bathrooms in the back, that was one of those places like Passim where everyone shares these spaces together. Women don't know a lot about this. In some of those spaces, sometimes men go in and they'll stand up, face the wall for a while, right? And sometimes a guy will come in and stand next to you, face the wall. And in those situations, you're not looking to make like a lot of eye contact. But I was in there at halftime, standing against the wall, and in came Dave Van Ronk, and he stood against the wall next to me. And I turned, and I nodded, and he turned and he nodded back. I don't know if he thought about it as much through the years as I did, but it left quite an impression on me. So this song's for my bathroom buddy. I've become friends with Dave's ex-wife, by the way, and I'm not sure she likes that story either. When I go to Baltimore, need no carpet on my floor. Come along and you follow me. We'll go down to Galilee. This is your part. Singing green, green, rocky road, promenading green. But tell me who y'all love, who y'all love. You wanna try that? Green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who y'all love, who y'all love. Let's try it. We're green, green, rocky road, promenading green. But tell me who y'all love, who y'all love. See that crow up in the sky? She don't walk, no, she just flies. She don't walk, and she don't run, keeps on flapping to the sun. Singing green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who y'all love, who y'all love, yeah. Little Miss Jane running to the wall. Don't you stumble, don't you fall. Don't you sing and don't you shout when I say come running out. Singing green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who y'all love, who y'all love. Ooka dooka, soda cracker. Does your mama chew tobacco? If your mama chews tobacco, ooka dooka, soda cracker. Singing green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who y'all love, who y'all love. Well, when I go to Baltimore, need no carpet on my floor. Come along, follow me, we'll go down to Galilee. Singing green, green, rocky road, promenading green. But tell me who y'all love, who y'all love. Let's sing that together. We're green, green, rocky road, promenading green. Tell me who y'all love, who y'all love. Nice singing. Well, how many people here are members of the church or come here regularly? A lot of you, okay. So you know what a treasure you have in Chris Eastburn. Lucky. And And this is my first time in the church, but my dad, who's here tonight, has been here. He came and saw when Ronnie Arbo and the band were here, and the whole church was rocking with people around. And he came and told me what an amazing place it was. And I mean, those guys will get any space going, but so I've been looking forward to this one. These holy spaces where holy things have happened. Emerson, that's not too shabby. Pretty good. Never spoke at our UU church over in Melrose. Big transition. This is another new song. Protest songs come in all different shapes and sizes. This one's close to home. Extra, extra, read all about it. Man gets older, memory gets clouded. Back starts to ache, knees start to falter. Head and legs getting balder and balder. Neighbors report that it's not looking great. For more on this story, turn to page 8. Man washes dishes with his headphones on, ignores advice from Thich Nhat Hanh, tries to avoid being in the present, finds distraction much more pleasant, breaks a glass, curses out loud, suddenly he's back in the here and now. Where you gonna hide when it comes for you? Oh, you're gonna bargain with what you gonna do? Put your head in a crash position, strap in, buddy, for the big transition. Woman has kids, kids leave house. House feels quiet, quiet as a mouse. Woman feels sad, sad as you'd expect, standing in the bathroom staring at her neck. Woman tells man, better take me to dinner. Man is busy putting Band-Aid on his finger. Where you gonna hide when it comes for you? Who you gonna bargain with? What you gonna do when the future's less than what you envision? Come on, everybody, it's the big transition. Extra, extra, screaming, crying, couple eats out, cheats on diet. Woman puts her head on man's left shoulder, says, baby, I don't love getting older. Man kisses woman on top of the head, says, I love you, at least we're not dead. Where you gonna hide when it comes for you? Who you gonna bargain with? What you gonna do when you're well on your way to decomposition? Come on, everybody, it's the big trend. Where you gonna hide when it comes for you? Who you gonna bargain with? What you gonna do when there's nowhere to run, even for musicians? Come on, everybody, it's the big transition. Quinn Eastburn and Maxfield Anderson. They're too young to get it, but they get the chords, you know what I mean? These two guys are a testament to our fine institution here in Boston, Berklee College of Music. graduates. All the old guys that I started out playing with, the point of pride back in the 80s was how soon you could leave because you had a gig. But now nobody gets gigs, so everyone stays and graduates. This is an older song of mine. When I was that age, I didn't go to music school. But when I started writing songs, I wrote a lot of songs about things I thought you should be writing about, like going on the road. I wrote a lot of road songs, and I had never been on the road. The first tour I took, I crashed my car, totaled it, and started writing fewer road songs afterwards. I'm glad I got them out. Everybody wants to know where I'll be tonight. I won't tell them anything at all. They'll hear a clap of thunder, see a flash of light. I'm gone, they're staring at the wall. That's right, I'm going, that's right, I'm gone. And another verse is added to my famous leaving song. Order me a taxi, won't you put me on a train? Take me to the nearest outbound bus. Anyway I go, I'll be gone this very day. Leaving's how I keep from gathering dust. That's right, I'm going, that's right, I'm gone. And another verse is added to my famous leaving song. Love is such a fleeting thing, your eyes upon the door. How's a person never really know? When you're on that platform, you've never been so sure. You're leaving when you hear the whistle blow. Yes, and if you see my shadow, say hello for me. We haven't seen each other for a while. He used to follow close wherever I might be, but company has always cramped my style. That's right, I'm going, that's right, I'm gone. And another verse is added to my famous leaving song. When I die, the Lord will come to take my body home, but he won't find me anywhere in sight. My ashes scattered to the wind, I leave no tooth or bone, and vanish like a whisper in the night. That's right, I'm going, that's right, I'm gone. And another verse is added to my famous leave. Yes, that's right, I'm going, that's right, I'm gone. And another verse is added to my famous leaving song. Right. Well, this is fun. Are you having fun? Yeah. because this is when it gets political. I wrote this song in 2016, expected to put it away. Never thought I would even record it, and then there was reason to, and here we are, 2025. You know, we all know the seeds of where we are go back a long way. They didn't start with any one human, any one small human. It's been with us all along. And if we're ever going to overcome it, it's going to take all of us to do it together. Maybe what's happening now will help sharpen our vision. Love it or leave it, it's us against them. We're gonna make it great once again. This once was the home of the free and the brave. We all had it good here, except for the slaves. When we came here, this country was pure and pristine. The skies were all blue and the trees were all green. We fought for the rights of the nation we'd built, and all here rejoiced, except the natives we killed. And then we built cities and roads and great ports, protected by brave men aloft in great forts. And then came the railroads that stretched to the seas. We all had it good, unless you were Chinese. And Abraham Lincoln, the guy with the beard, said no more to slavery, so that disappeared. And that was the end of race problems. We know black people were equal, except for Jim Crow. Now the late 1800s were elegant, grand, Victorian houses, trust in the land, the right to your income and vote you possessed for all of us here, barring those who had breasts. Then depression and war kind of soured some years, but we all pulled together, got back in gear. Freedom secured in the home of the champs, offer not valid in internment camps. The 50s, that's when things really improved. The GI Bill and your mortgage approved. Employment was high and the future was bright for everyone, all of us, if you were white. And that's what we mean by be great again. Let's get ourselves back to where we were when freedom, prosperity, peace all prevailed for the Caucasian, Christian, straight, middle-class male. Love it or leave it, it's us against them. We're gonna make it great once again. This once was the home of the brave and the free, the world's greatest nation. If you looked like me. Thank you. Hey, can I borrow that? Can we do a little switcheroo? You know, this instrument came to our country from Africa. It came from West Africa. It was called a banjo or banjar. It was made out of gourd and a stick. And it was made in this country by enslaved people. That's how it showed up here. And then the African banjo met the European guitar. And that's how this funny looking neck got put on with these frets. And they got all mixed and jumbled up together like people do. And we had a brand new instrument. Because that's the history of our country. We've always been an immigrant nation. People come, whether they choose to or not, and they make new things. We can try to fight that history all we want, but it doesn't go away. And it's always going to be with us. So this is our national instrument, which I'm going to play poorly for you. Well, old Joe Clark, the preacher's from, preached all over the place. The only thing he ever knew was Hollow Jack again. Old Joe Clark, he made him new name of Morgan Brown. Every tooth in that mule's head was 16 inches round. I go round and round, old Joe Clark, round and round I say. Follow me 10,000 miles to hear that banjo play. I go round and round, old Joe Clark, round and round I say. Follow me 10,000 miles to hear that banjo play. Well, old Joe Clark, he had a son named of Morgan Brown. Every tooth in that mule's head was 16 inches round. Old Joe Clark, he had a house 15 stories high. Every story in that house was filled with chicken pie. Oh, round and round, old Joe Clark, round and round I say. Follow me 10,000 miles to hear that banjo play. I go round and round, old Joe Clark, round and round I say. Follow me 10,000 miles to hear that banjo play. There's 15 horses in my team, the leaders, they're all blind. Every time the sun goes down, that girl is on my mind. I got 15 miles of country road, 15 miles of sand. If I pass this way again, I'ma be a married man. Then I go round and round, old Joe Clark, round and round I say. Follow me 10,000 miles to hear that banjo play. I go round and round, old Joe Clark, round and round I say. Follow me 10,000 miles. Let's do, the life I never had. It's in B flat, I believe.
Y'all got that B flat?
B flat.
B flat, right?
Flat or B. I know we're in a UU church. This song mentions God, and it's okay. Thank you, Lord, for this life you've given me. I wouldn't call it perfect, but it's not all misery. And even if it was, well, it wouldn't be that bad. At least I'll never look back on a life I never had. Thank you, Lord, for this world in which we live. I couldn't call it perfect, but these things are relative. There's beauty in the mountains, and there's beauty in the sea, and there's beauty out my window when I turn off my TV. It says, thank you, Lord, for this life you've given me. I wouldn't call it perfect, but it's not all misery. You try that? Thank you, Lord, for this life you've given me. I wouldn't call it perfect, but it's not all misery. And even if it was, well, it wouldn't be that bad. At least I'll never look back on a life I never had. Got all that? And even if it was, well, it wouldn't be that bad. At least I'll never look back on a life I never had. Let's try the whole thing. Thank you. Thank you, Lord, for this life you've given me. I wouldn't call it perfect, but it's not all misery. And even if it was, well, it wouldn't be that bad. At least I'll never look back on a life I never had. All right. Yes, thank you, Lord, that I might live one more day. 'Cause I'd give 2 to 1, tomorrow's better than today. And even if it's not, I'd still like to stick around. 'Cause I think I like it here more than I would under the ground. Well, thank you, Lord, for this life you've given me. I wouldn't call it perfect, but it's not all misery. And even if it was, well, it wouldn't be that bad. At least I'll never look back on a life I never had. Yeah. Well, thank you, Lord, for blessing my soul. I haven't been perfect, but I'm improving as I go. Thank you for this life that I see with second sight. And thank you for the darkness that led me to that light. Thank you, Lord, for this life you've given me. I wouldn't call it perfect, but it's not all misery. And even if it was, well, it wouldn't be that bad. At least I'll never look back on a life I never had. Thank you, guys. We're going to do one more song for them. We'll take a little break and have some coffee and all that stuff downstairs. I feel like I want to end the set with this tonight. This is a song that I wrote. I do a lot of music with kids, and I see some of them here tonight. Some of them are grown up, even. I've made a bunch of albums for kids since my guys were little, and now my twins are 18, headed off to college next year. Funny how that happens. A few years ago, I made an album called Be a Pain, which is an album for young folks to talk and think about leadership and what it looks like. And I think those songs are more important than ever, and for all of us, whatever song it is you're singing, but the ones that make us think about fighting the good fight, and we're going to need them. So this song is called Be a Pain, and it was inspired by the words of John Lewis, who said to cause good trouble, necessary trouble. And maybe you'll figure this one out as we go along, too. It goes like this. If you see something that's wrong, raise your hand and say that's wrong. Point it out and name that thing by its name. Don't stand by and stare. If it's wrong, it's your affair. Don't be quiet, make a riot, be a pain. Be a pain, be a pain. Shout about it and complain. Ignore the crowd and go against the grain. Don't be polite, raise your voice and do what's right. Be a pain, be a pain, be a pain. When Rosa Parks sat on that bus, she chose to make a fuss. She chose to break the rules and take the blame. Her choice to sit and fight helped to bring on civil rights, because one strong woman chose to be a pain. Be a pain, shout about it and complain. When they say you have to move, say I'll remain. Don't be polite, raise your voice and do what's right. Be a pain, be a pain, be a pain. Harvey Milk, he chose to run for the council board and won, even though folks said you can't because you're gay. One brave LGBTQ elected leader ran and knew you can change things if you choose to be a pain. Be a pain, shout about it and complain. Tell them I won't let you make me feel ashamed. Don't be polite, raise your voice. Don't be polite, raise your voice and do what's right. Be a pain, be a pain, be a pain. A tennis star named Billie Jean told the world she had a dream that men and women would be paid the same. She refused to hit that ball till there was equal pay for all. She was a king because she was a royal pain. Be a pain, shout about it and complain. If they refuse to pay, refuse to play the game. Don't be polite, raise your voice and do what's right. Be a pain, be a pain, be a pain. Kids from Parkland led the fight for something they all knew was right. They said it's time for us to finally make a change. If adults can't compromise, we must go march for our lives. They spoke out and led the charge. They all were pain. Be a pain, shout about it and complain. When you're faced with laws, you know I'm just insane. Don't be polite, don't be polite. Raise your voice and do what's right. Be a pain. Last chance, here we go. Be a pain, shout about it and complain. Ignore the crowd and go against the grain. Don't be polite, raise your voice and do what's right. Be a pain, 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 be a pain.
Thanks, folks. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Many's the time I've been mistaken, and many times confused. Yes, and I've often felt forsaken, and certainly misused. Oh, but I'm all right, I'm all right. I'm just weary to my bones. Still, you don't expect to be bright and bon vivant, so far away from home, so far away from home. I don't know a soul who's not been battered. Don't have a friend who feels at ease. I don't have a dream that's not been shattered or driven to its knees. Oh, but it's all right, it's all right, for we've lived so well so long. Still, when I think of the road we're traveling on, I wonder what's gone wrong. I can't help but wonder what's gone wrong. And I dreamed I was dying. I dreamed that my soul rose unexpectedly, looking back down at me, smiled reassuringly. And I dreamed I was flying, and high up above my eyes could surely see the Statue of Liberty sailing away to sea. And I dreamed I was flying, for we come on the ship they call the Mayflower, come on the ship that sailed the moon. We come in the age's most uncertain hour and sing an American tune. Oh, but it's all right, it's all right, for we lived so well so long. Still, tomorrow's gonna be another working day, and I'm trying to get some rest. That's all, I'm trying to get some rest. That's a new one. Feels new. My dad taught me this song. One of the first songs I learned. Freight train runs so fast. Freight train runs so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know what route I've gone. You try singing that? Freight train runs so fast. Again. Freight train runs. Please don't tell what train I'm on. Please don't tell what train, so they won't know what route I've gone. So they won't know what route I've gone. When I die, Lord, bury me deep, way down on old Chestnut Street, so I can hear old number 9 when she goes rolling by. Freight train runs so fast. Freight train runs so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know what route I've gone. This song was written by Elizabeth Cotton. She was 13 years old when she wrote it in North Carolina. She never owned a guitar of her own. She used to borrow her brother's out from under his bed when he was away. Her brother, Clyde, was right-handed and she was left-handed. So she learned to play upside down because it was quicker. And she wrote this song and a bunch of others. Amazing thing to write a song like this at such a young age. And then all the grown-ups in her life told her to put the guitar away. They say, girls don't play that, and it's sinful. And so she mostly did what she was told. She put it away and she went and she did various jobs for years and years, decades, working in people's homes and working in a department store up in New York. And it was there, through a series of strange circumstances, that she ended up finding her way to a job working with the Seeger family. This was Pete Seeger's father's second family, Charles Seeger. And it was a house full of music. All these musicians would come through and stay there. Woody Guthrie and Lead Belly. And Elizabeth was in the kitchen cooking and cleaning. And then one day, she borrowed a guitar out from under someone's bed. And she was sitting in the garden playing. And a 13-year-old Peggy Seeger heard her. And within a few years, Elizabeth was playing this song at the Newport Folk Festival. And every young fingerpicker in America wanted to learn how to play it. She was in her 70s when that happened. A whole lifetime of waiting. I think a lot these days about my white friends. I know a lot of white people. And for the last 5 years, I've spent a lot of my time working with black musicians, peers. And, you know, I notice real differences in our histories. This urgency and the feeling of emergency, it doesn't quite resonate the same way in Black America because people have been waiting forever. This presidency is nothing new. It's just another stripe in America's flag. You know, people have been putting up with a whole lot of stuff for a whole lot of time, and they find joy where they need to, and they fight wherever they can. And I think white America has a lot to learn about dealing with trauma and hardship and patience. This is not the final word on America. And if we stick together, we'll find a new chapter. When I'm dead and I'm in my grave, no more good times here I crave. Lay them stones at my head and feet, tell them all I've gone to sleep. Let's sing. Freight train runs so fast. Freight train runs so fast. Please don't tell what train I'm on, so they won't know what route I've gone.
Thanks. I'm going to bring up my friend Max.
This is a song I wrote, but it's not my story. It's a story about somebody who I asked ahead of time. It sounds like maybe he didn't ever preach here or come here, but he certainly knew a lot of people who spent time here, including Emerson. There was a book on a friend's shelf a number of years ago. It looked really interesting. It was called Cloud Splitter by Russell Banks. And I said, could I borrow that book? And he said, no. And I said, how come? And he said, because you'll write a song about it. And I'm going to write a song about it. And I said, I won't write a song about it, I promise. But it was such a good book. And I wrote it by mistake. My friend was Mark Orelli. He was very nice about it, and he's certainly written his share. So I got one. I got to send the song to Russell Bank, and he was very nice about it. He grew up right around here in the town right next to mine, Stoneham, part of his time growing up. One of the best writers about the intersections of class and race in our country's history. I sure recommend the book. And it's all a true story. A father farmer far out in the hills, rich in family, poor in dollar bills, struggling with the call of heaven's host, fighting all the demons and the ghosts. Heard a cry from far off in the south. He turned his gaze away from his own house. Found the battle he was born to fight. Took his sons and left that very night. The current conflict raging in the west. Lawrence, Kansas, next to face the test. The father and the sons come overland. Within a year there's blood on all their hands. Every man's affected when he kills. death's a mighty bitter tasting pill. But John Brown heard the whisper in his ear, now bring to the South what you've done here. Yeah, cloud splitter, open up the sky, make this country open up its eyes. Well, cloud splitter, what's it gonna take? How's a nation fix a great mistake? October 16, 1859, 21 men waiting for his sign to cross the wide Potomac to a shore where slavery's hold was cold as it was shore. Harper's Ferry fell without a fight, and 60 prisoners taken on the night. A fully loaded federal armory, but no slaves came to claim the weaponry. By next day's end, the army had shot them down. They captured some, including old John Brown, dragged them to a local court in chains. And 2 months later, all of them was hanged. On the stand, John Brown addressed the court, his right hand on the Bible for support. Remember, those in bonds is bound with them. I'm bound by laws of God, not laws of men. Yeah, cloud splitter, open up the sky, make this country open up its eyes. Well, cloud splitter, what's it gonna take? How's a nation fix a great mistake? Within 2 years, the Civil War had begun. It's many reasons, John Brown being one. And though Abe Lincoln never did intend, he finished what Brown started in the end. Washington is on my dollar bill, and Jefferson's memorial on the hill. John Brown gave his life for our great sin. The textbooks almost never mention him. Racial fear still fuels this nation's fire. The smoke is thick and always getting higher. And up in heaven, John Brown sits and cries. Come back, John, open up our eyes. Cloud splitter, open up the sky, make this country open up its eyes. Yeah, cloud splitter, what's it gonna take? How's a nation fix a great mistake? Yeah, cloud splitter, open up the sky, make this country open up its eyes. Maxfield Anderson. All right. Well, Max is going to sing one for us. So strap in, everyone.
Can y'all make some noise for Alastair Moock? You guys like bluegrass? Do you guys like fast bluegrass? Do you guys like fast bluegrass gospel? Do you guys like fast bluegrass gospel with Quinn over here playing the banjo? One, two, three. Oh Lord, have mercy on this weary soul of mine. May I walk in your light every day. When I cross that deep silent river, be happy in the home far away. I've wandered away from the straight and the narrow, drifting like a ship lost at sea. No lighthouse guide my weary footsteps till Jesus answered my plea. Oh Lord, have mercy on this weary soul of mine. May I walk in your light every day. When I cross that deep silent river, be happy in the home far away. I've wandered away from the straight and narrow, drifting like a ship lost at sea. No lighthouse to guide my weary footsteps till Jesus answered my plea. Oh Lord, have mercy on this weary soul of mine. May I walk in your light every day. When I cross that deep silent river, I'll be happy in the home far away. Oh Lord, have mercy on this weary soul of mine. May I walk in your light every day. When I cross that deep silent river, I'll be happy in the home far away. I'll be happy in that home far away. I'll be happy in that home far away.
Max Anderson. I'd like to say I can't keep up with them at this age, but I never could. We'll do one at my speed. This is a middle-aged love song here.
We got there.
My wife likes this one. Every morning, for the birds are calling, and the first light is falling on the lines of her face. I embrace her and try not to wake her, as I thank the Maker for good fortune and fate. In that stillness, it feels just like Christmas. How'd I get to witness such all the beauty and grace of a morning? For the birds are calling, and the first light is falling on the lines of her face. How did it happen that this life could happen? I ought to be saddened by the world in its state, but the vision over there, for she's risen, takes the bars from my prison and opens the gate. And I wonder, for I fall back a slumber, how'd I manage to wander into such a sweet, sweet as a morning? For the birds are calling, and the first light is falling on the lines of a face. Thanks. That's Quinn Eastburn over there. Seeing, I don't need to tell you, Quinn's pretty extraordinary and was from a very, very young age. It used to be adorable. I mean, it was like bringing out a magic trick, right? Or like a very handsome pet monkey. And then you see these kids grow into musicians, which doesn't just happen. It takes an extraordinary amount of hard work. The talent only gets you so far. We were talking backstage about some other folks that we've watched grow up. I've watched grow up. Hazel Royer, who's a bass player, whose dad, Eric Royer, is a fantastic banjo player, and, you know, running around. What's that?
The one-man band.
And the one-man band, yep. But Hazel would come and play with the Resophonics and Session Americana and sort of, you know, beat on things as a little girl. And now she's a major touring artist, you know, writing and singing and playing bass. It's a terrible career choice, but it is exciting to see. And I'll tell you, Quinn and Max, these guys, they work so hard, so I really appreciate what they do. This is a song by John Hartford that I started playing recently, and I just love this song. It goes like this. Someday, my baby, when I am a man, and others have taught me the best that they can. They'll sell me a suit, cut off my hair, and send me to work in tall buildings. So it's goodbye to the sunshine and goodbye to the dew. Goodbye to the flowers, goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. Yes, it's goodbye to the sunshine and goodbye to the dew. Goodbye to the flowers, goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. When I'm retired, my life is my own. Paid all my payments, it's time to go home and wonder what happened betwixt and between when I went to work in tall buildings. Yes, it's goodbye to the sunshine and goodbye to the dew. Goodbye to the flowers, goodbye to you. I'm off to the subway, I must not be late. I'm going to work in tall buildings. Well, we got a last few for you, if that's okay. I'm trying to figure out what we've already done. Let's do a Dream in E. Yeah. This was the first track on the last album I made, last adult album anyway, which was cleverly titled Alastair Moock. It's 8 CDs into my career. Thought I'd have a eponymous one. It's funny, you know, through the years I've had a lot of people come up who've listened to lyrics that I've written and say you must be very meditative and centered. I say, no, that's why I write these songs. I'm trying to get there. But this is an aspirational song. Walk on down the street, follow your own feet, listen to your heartbeat and forget the things you know. Breathe on in the air, the evening is your prayer. Just let yourself be there, walking down the road. This world is just a dream, floating down a stream. The moment is the only thing you need. Stop fighting against the current. The things that you've determined, they aren't, and they weren't, and they're never gonna be. Sorry. They filled us with Indian food before the show. I've been tasting it ever since. It was really good. Think about the fact that you're just a little speck, a fleck upon an acorn in an ocean's raging storm. In the scheme of time and space, you leave no lasting trace. The troubles that you face have no gravity or form. This world is just a dream floating down a stream. The moment is the only thing you need. Stop fighting against the current. The things that you've determined, they aren't, and they weren't, and they're never gonna be. The simplicity of Darwin, the flowers in the garden, the molecules of carbon, and the things you never see are just below the surface of this agitated circus. Stop searching for a purpose when the point is just to be. This world is just a dream floating down a stream. The moment is the only thing you need. Stop fighting against the current. The things that you've determined, they aren't, and they weren't, and they're never gonna be. They aren't, and they weren't, and they're never gonna be. I just feel like doing a Woody Guthrie song. It just seems like the right thing to do. And yeah, no, it's not. We haven't practiced this one. But that's all right. Neither did he. D.
Did y'all get that? Key of D?
Key of D,
3/4 time.
Don't worry about it. You guys will figure it out. You know, Woody Guthrie's part of that group that learned how to deal with disasters, like real disasters, and write songs about them. And this is a fun song about a disaster. We should all get used to singing those. I've sung this song, but I'll sing it again. Of the places I've lived in the wild windy plains, in the month of April in a county called Gray. Here's what all of the people there say: honey, so long. It's been good to know you so long. It's been good to know you so long. It's been good to know you. The dusty old dust, it's a getting my goat. And I got to be drifting along. Well, the dust storm came and it came up like thunder. It dusted us over and it dusted us under. It blocked out the traffic and it blocked out the sun. And straight for home all the people did run, singing so long. It's been good to know you so long. It's been good to know you so long. It's been good to know you. The dusty old dust, it's a getting my goat. And I got to be drifting along. The sweethearts, they sat in the dark and they sparked. They hugged and they kissed in that dusty old dust. They hugged and they cried, they hugged and they kissed. But instead of marriage, they's talking like this. Honey, it's so long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. The dusty old dust is a-getting my gold, and I got to be drifting along. Well, the telephone rang and it jumped off the wall. That was the preacher, he's a-making his call. He said, "Fine friends, this may be the end. You've had your last chance, and salvation is sin." Well, the church, it was jammed, and the church, it was packed. The dusty old dust storm, it grew up so black that the preacher could not read a word of his text. He folded his specs, took up the collection, said, "So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. The dusty old dust, it's a-getting my gold, and I got to be drifting along."
Thanks, folks. We got one more for you. This is these are my North Stars, Woody Guthrie, and this guy, Hughie Ledbetter, was his name. Leadbelly was the name given to him, stage name by John Lomax. He never especially liked it, as far as I've read, so we'll call him Hughie Ledbetter. Hughie Ledbetter knew about patience and waiting. He's a man who sung his way out of jail twice, pardoned by 2 different governors on the basis of recordings that the Lomaxes made of him. Like every black musician of the time in America, his music was taken out from under him and recorded by white musicians who copyrighted it. He had to fight to get any money for the things that he composed. And we can't give it back. We can't give any of it back. But we can tell the stories, and we can make sure our damn kids know. And we can make sure that we tell our history right. So when we talk about these songs, or we get them out and we play them, we make sure that you know their names. This song was written by one of the great American composers. His name was Hughie Ledbetter.
Well, you wake up in the morning, you hear the ding-dong ring. You go marching to the table, you see the same damn thing. Knife and fork is on the table, nothing's in my pan. You say anything about it, you in trouble with the band. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me. Sing that with us. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me. But if you ever go to Houston, you better walk right, and you better not squabble, and you better not fight. You know the sheriff hell arrest and to take you on down. You can bet your bottom dollar you're penitentiary bound. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me again. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me. Quinn Eastburn. Time to cut Miss Rosie. How in the world do you know? Well, I know of my apron and the dress she wore, umbrella on the shoulder, a piece of paper in her hand. Well, she come to tell the governor, let loose my man, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me. Just let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me. Maxfield Anderson. I don't believe Rosie loves me. Tell me why, tell me why. 'Cause she ain't been to see me since late last July. She brought me a little bit of coffee. She brought me a little bit of tea. She brought me damn near everything but the jailhouse key. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me. Just let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me. We'd like to thank John and Pam. And we'd like to thank Howie and Will. We'd like to thank Chris Eastburn on the bass. And we'd like to thank you for coming out despite it all. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me. Just let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever-loving light on me. Thanks, everybody. This has been really fun, guys. Thank you for being out here tonight. These things feel different right now, for me, anyway. Music. All right, we know one more song, so we're gonna do that. Peter Piper picked a pick, a uses good intentions, a pack of broken promises, a pile of busted dreams. You can't get down the road when you're headed all directions. You better pick a path because you're busting at the seams. Everybody's got to find their own. The sun will keep on rising and the sun will keep on setting. Ain't no tomorrow, better live for today. Where you're talking in your sleep, you're sleeping when you're walking, you wish for when you're waking, and you're waiting for a sign. Open up the door, hear the future knocking. It's saying better live because you're running out of time. Everybody's got to find their own way to heaven. Ain't nobody gonna show you the way. I think the sun will keep on rising, the sun will keep on setting. Ain't no tomorrow, better live for today. Can you help us with that? Everybody got to find their own way to heaven. Ain't nobody gonna show you the way. The sun will keep on rising and the sun will keep on setting. Ain't no tomorrow, better live for today. Good luck. Good luck, you're on your own. Here we go. Everybody got to find their own way to heaven. Ain't nobody gonna show. The sun will keep rising, the sun will keep on rising, the sun will keep. Ain't no tomorrow, ain't no tomorrow, better live for today. Well, the universe was born without a father or a mother. There wasn't a beginning and there'll never be an end. But you and I were born to die. We're headed for the gutter. Better get your shit together before you wake up and you're dead. Everybody's got to find their own way to heaven. Ain't nobody gonna show you the way. I think the sun will keep on rising and the sun will keep on setting. Ain't no tomorrow, better live for today. Tell him, Quinn. Well, I've written many songs about the many ways I love you. I can't say nothing new because there's nothing new to say. The feeling just gets deeper, so I'm thinking you're a keeper. And if there's no tomorrow, I'm glad you're here today. Everybody's got to find their own way to heaven. Ain't nobody gonna show you the way. I think the sun will keep on rising, the sun will keep on setting. Ain't no tomorrow, yeah, Lord. Everybody got their own way to heaven. Ain't nobody gonna show you. The sun will keep rising, the sun will keep setting. Ain't no tomorrow, better live. One more. Everybody's got to find their own way to heaven. Ain't nobody gonna show you. I think the sun will keep on rising and the sun will keep on setting. Ain't no tomorrow, better live. All together, here we go. Everybody's got to find their own way to heaven. Ain't nobody gonna show you the way. I think the sun will keep on rising, the sun will keep on setting. Ain't no tomorrow, better live for today. Yes, there ain't no tomorrow, better live for today. Thank you to this great band for joining me tonight. Thanks, everybody. Stay Follen.